Hey there, Nate here again with the Volunteer Tech Vlog, and I'm thinking probably I'm wearing like the same outfit I was wearing in the last video. Actually, that probably happens a lot in these videos, because, you know, hey, if I could do the Steve Jobs thing and just wear like a black turtleneck all the time every day and just have like eight sets of black turtlenecks and black pants, I would totally do that. Something I might think of in 2016, but everyone would probably think I'm really weird. Anyway, today will be a quick media report for Sunday, November 22nd, 2015. And this, really the big takeaway from today's media report is doing in-ear monitors, really doing in-ear monitors for the first time. So meaning no acoustic energy up on stage other than an acoustic guitar, which was going through a pickup. So we had no amplifiers happening on stage. We had no floor wedges, no floor monitors happening on stage. And so what that allowed me to do is really for the first time in the church's history, is what it feels like, is to have zero amplification on stage and truly be able to mix in the house. And it's a small room that holds maybe 200 people, so it's not like a huge amphitheater or, you know, a huge venue by any stretch of the imagination. It's very small. I don't even know if you consider it medium-sized. It's probably, in terms of venues, you probably consider it a very small venue. And basically what that means is I was mixing all from the overhead cluster, if you will. It's really an overhead. It's a custom speaker with a 15-inch driver, a horn, and a secondary horn on a swivel that acts as a front fill, and a subwoofer, which is, you know, located in the wall behind an acoustic panel where the separate organ system resides. So from a mixing standpoint, I had complete control of all the instruments. The bass guitar just went right into to the system through a DI, and I was able to, you know, add a little bit of compression to the bass to kind of rein it in case there are any big booming resonances happening on that instrument or in that room. I was able to kind of keep that dialed in under control, and it was really nice to be able to have that control, because normally if I wanted to adjust levels of the bass, now I'd have to communicate to the bass player, hey, turn that down. And then if, you know, something got changed between rehearsal and the service, it's, you know, you can't really make changes on the fly. So I was able to, I really enjoyed, as the mixer, being able to make changes on the fly that included the bass, being able to tuck it down a little bit, bring it up a little bit as needed. So that was really cool. From my perspective, I chatted with Josh a little bit. He really liked it. I mean, it was, I think we're definitely moving in the right direction, kind of exploring our options with in-ear monitors. But I do think we're going to need some more channels. So right now we've got one channel of wireless in-ear monitors, and then I've got a second channel, which is like a hard, a return line, a physical line that I ran up on stage that, you know, either connects to a powered speaker or a headphone amp up on stage. So we've really got two channels of in-ear, but we're exploring new things and new ways to get better sounding audio, and yeah, we'll see where this goes. So that was really the big thing for today. I don't know if there's anything else really worth mentioning in terms of the audio and video. Everything seemed to go, you know, as planned. Pretty typical Sunday morning. Nothing too out of the ordinary, other than the in-ear experimentation. One thing I did want to mention is that people will notice a difference when there's no floor wedges, no acoustic energy happening up on stage. People will notice a difference, and they'll say, you know, something sounds different, or something sounds wrong, or there's like a sound hole. I actually heard the term like sound hole if you're sitting in the front few pews. So now that we're able to get really good sounding, a really good control of the mix in the house, people have been growing accustomed to hearing the floor wedges in the first few pews. So when those are missing, now the question comes up, do we need front fills? Do we need some sort of, do we need to augment the main overhead with some like really, maybe just some like 6-inch or 8-inch drivers as front fills hidden up on stage somewhere to compensate for the fact that there's no bleed, monitor bleed coming into the house. Because I think there's definitely a loudness perception, and there's definitely a sweet spot of this speaker in the center of the room. And as you move to the outsides, or as you move up into the front, the coverage pattern of that speaker definitely trails off a little bit. It's not the frequency response is not even throughout the whole room, and that's the nature of just having a regular old cluster up there. We don't have line arrays or anything like that, so you know, that's the nature of this type of a PA system, or sound reinforcement system. So anyway, that is the media report for today. I gotta think of a good title for this one. In-ear monitors for the first time. Maybe that's one, because the last video we had first time using in-ear monitors, almost, because we still had the amp on stage. So anyway, now we got rid of all the amps, and we actually tried in-ears the right way. It was a little challenging to make the musicians happy, because as we're experimenting with in-ears, we've got the musicians just using, like, you know, iPhone earbuds, and they don't sound all that great, especially for doing in-ears. And so we had to work through some things, swapping out different sets of headphones and trying different things like that. But it's kind of a tricky thing to dip your toe into, because you can't really try it unless you make at least some sort of investment in gear, and you don't really know what gear to invest in unless you try that gear. So it's kind of one of these things where you just got to go dive in. So anyway, we're diving in, and we're going to be hitting some bumps along the way, and just experimenting. But luckily we've got musicians, Josh and Cait and Andrew were super flexible, and it's really awesome to be able to work with them and try new things and see what works and what doesn't. Just keep an open mind. And yeah, we're on this little in-ear monitor adventure. So that's the big news for today's media report. My name is Nate. This is the Volunteer Tech Vlog. Let me know what you think in the comments below this video, and I'd love to hear from you. All right, have a great day.